If engines could carry secrets, the Mezger Flat 6 would be a forbidden one. Born in the shadows of Stuttgart, under the hand of Hans Mezger, it was less of an engine and more weapons. It didn't just power cars, it haunted them. Screaming down straights, whispering in the pits, leaving behind the chilling truth. Porsche never bowed, never compromised. Air-cooled, high-revving, merciless. The Mezger wasn't built for comfort. It was built for war. From the 911 Carrera RS to the 917 beasts that terrorized Le Mans, every cylinder carried a secret, every piston a scar, every revolution a warning. This was no ordinary engine. The world before Mezger, 1960s. Germany, Porsche was building a rear-engine sports car that looked innocent from afar. The 911, launched in 1963, was agile, light, and deceptively powerful, but at the limit, tricky, treacherous, unforgiving. Drivers quickly learned that a rear-mounted engine meant instant rewards, but also brutal punishments for mistakes. Weight distribution, traction, and high rev dynamics were puzzles Porsche needed to solve. Regulations were tightening, racing was becoming brutal, and the demand for performance was relentless. Enter Hans Mezger, a young engineer who joined Porsche in 1956. Mezger wasn't just talented, he was obsessed with precision, with endurance, with making engines that could perform flawlessly under the harshest conditions. He didn't just design engines, he engineered immortality. The birth of a legend. Mezger's influence first became unmistakable in the mid-1960s. He took the 911's Flat 6 and transformed it from a fragile street motor into a race-bred weapon. The split-case crankshaft, dry sump lubrication, and individual cylinder heads weren't luxuries, they were necessities. Every feature optimized airflow, combustion, and mechanical reliability. Air-cooled? Yes, but cleverly engineered. Mezger's motors could rev past 9,000 RPM in racing trim. They survived the punishing hours of Le Mans and Nürburgring without faltering. The Mezger engine didn't compromise, and neither did Hans Mezger. The racing era, legends made, 1970, Le Mans, Porsche 917. The Mezger engine in its prime, 917 kh, 917 LH, short tail, long tail, turbocharged experiments. Over 600 horsepower in some variants. Every straight, every corner, every gear shift carried the mark of Mezger's genius. Porsche dominated endurance racing because these engines could do something no other engine could: combine raw power, reliability, and high-rev mechanics in a single unit. 1973, the 911 RSR on the track, Mezger's creation, naturally aspirated, light, precise, and fast. By the late 1970s and early 1980s, the 935 turbocharged monster arrived. Over 700 horsepower in race trim. Porsches carried their Mezger engines to global domination, leaving competitors scrambling to catch up. Road icons, from Widowmaker to GT3, fast forward to the 930 Turbo, the Widowmaker. Single turbo, rear-engine chaos waiting to happen. Mezger made it durable, terrifying, unforgettable. The engine screamed under boost, torque was brutal, and it rewarded the daring while punishing mistakes. Then came the 964, 993, 996, and 997 GT3 and GT2. Naturally aspirated, race-bred, street-legal, forged internals, dry sump lubrication, high rev limits. Every detail carried Mezger's signature. The 997 GT3 RS 4.0 liter in 2011, 500 horsepower at 8,200 RPM, marked the final road-going Mezger engine, a farewell symphony of engineering mastery. Technology, why it mattered. Dry sump lubrication, oil never starved, even under extreme G-forces. Split crankcase, precision, durability, and torsional rigidity for endurance racing. Individual cylinder heads, optimized airflow, combustion efficiency, and thermal management. Turbocharging and naturally aspirated variants. Mezger's architecture adapted flawlessly to all types of power delivery. This wasn't just an engine, it was a philosophy. It was engineering as art, as obsession, as survival. The six-stroke future, Porsche's patent. Even today, Porsche continues to innovate. Their latest patent? A six-stroke engine, not six cylinders, six strokes. Intake, compression, combustion, exhaust. Planetary gear adjusts piston travel, allowing a second intake and combustion cycle. Efficiency could reach up to 50%. Combustion cleaner. Power more frequently than a conventional four-stroke. It's the future echoing Mezger's spirit. Relentless engineering, pushing limits, never standing still. Deep tech, six strokes. Explained, traditional four-stroke engines. Intake, compression, combustion, exhaust. Porsche's six-stroke adds a second compression and combustion before the final exhaust. After the first combustion, some of the leftover exhaust gases are partially expelled. The planetary gear rotates the crank, altering piston travel. New air-fuel mixture enters the cylinder, compressed and ignited. A second power stroke. Final exhaust clears remaining gases. Result: more power strokes per cycle, improved thermal efficiency, and cleaner combustion. Imagine a 911 GT3 with Mezger precision, but a power delivery never before experienced in production cars. Challenges and speculation. 2 combustion strokes per cylinder create uneven power pulses. Potential vibration concerns. Planetary gearing introduces complexity, friction, and parasitic loss. Sound will differ. Mezger engines are iconic for their high-rev howl. Production timeline? Unknown. But the patent demonstrates Porsche's continued pursuit of innovation. Mezger style. The sound and driving experience. Driving a Mezger-powered car is unforgettable. High-revving scream at 7,000 RPM, torque that arrives suddenly at the rear wheels, precision handling thanks to rear-engine balance, air-cooled warmth, mechanical honesty. Every gear shift a conversation with the engine. On track, it's fearless. On the road, it's alive. The Mezger Flat 6 is not just heard, it's felt. Legacy. The immortality of Mezger. Mezger Flat 6 isn't just an engine, it's a declaration. Philosophy. Performance above all else. Air-cooled, water-cooled, naturally aspirated, turbocharged. Mezger's design DNA permeates every 911, every GT3, GT2, and even Porsche's modern e-fuel experiments. It taught Porsche to innovate, survive, and dominate from Le Mans to the streets of Stuttgart. The Mezger lineage, pure, relentless, immortal. How legendary is the Mezger Flat 6? Enough to inspire generations of engineers, enthusiasts, and racers. Enough to make a 930 Turbo a legend, a 997 GT 3RS a myth, and a six-stroke patent a promise. Hans Mezger may have retired, but his engines and his spirit never will. The Mezger Flat 6 isn't just good, it's essential.